Welcome. We are on day 4. I'm in Miami right now, but that does not stop the cleanse. So today we are going to be focusing on our vegetables and incorporating these back into our juices so that way we can get some of those, heavier nutrients, if I may say so. And we're going to focus on romaine lettuce. So we're going to do the eat your salad recipe. We're going to do the beet, the meat juice. And then we're also going to do our kale juice. So the kale will also have like limes. It'll be a nice little limeade flavor. So let's get into it. I'll walk you through the steps. We're going to start off by washing off our produce. In here, we have our romaine lettuce, we have lemon, basil, mint, cucumbers, and then we have a little bit of ginger. We're gonna get started with this, just letting it soak in cold water, and then we're gonna go ahead and juice it. All of our produce here is all organic. So if you are in a situation where you have to buy local, you can't purchase organic, what you can do, I have a nice little contraption for you. Try investing in one of these. This is Aqua Pure pesticide purifier. So this right here, amazing. All you do is you'll fill your sink or your bowl up with water and then just turn it on, stick it in there. You can charge it in everything and it will extract all of those pesticides from your produce. So the grapes that I got, the seedless grapes, they are not organic. But what I am going to do is I'm going to use this. So you'll see it has a little Dirty Dozen list and then it has a Clean 15 on the back. So on that Dirty Dozen list, we have grapes. Seeded grapes that are organic are really hard to find just because a lot of them are sprayed with pesticides. So we're going to use this to cleanse our grapes to make sure that we pull all of that grime, all of the pesticides and dirt away from it. So great investment if you guys are not able to get a lot of your produce organic. So let's go ahead and get started with juicing. So I have my grapes and this is how we are going to get the pesticides off of them. I'm just gonna push this button and let my little contraption do its job. So you can see it bubbling and fizzing. Once this stops, it'll go for about 10 minutes. Once it stops, then I can rinse and then I'll just do this one more time. So because I am on vacation right now, I'm still going to be juicing. I have a little portable juicer. It does take a lot longer to get things done, but the most important thing is that it gets done. So right now I'm going to go ahead and juice up my greens. I brought my glass jars or my glass bottles that I'm going to store them in and keep them in the fridge until I'm ready to juice them throughout the day. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Turn this baby on. Let me make sure it's not in reverse. Okay. All right, so keep your stalks whole. It makes it easier for you to juice. And then I'm just gonna open in here. Cucumber should be able to fit in here whole. So what I like to do is do my leafies and then follow up with something hard like apple or cucumber or celery. So that way we can make sure that everything is getting pushed in there appropriately and that we're not missing out on any juice. So cucumbers do yield a lot of juice, so do the leafy greens, especially romaine, because they're mostly watered. So we're just gonna keep putting these leafies in here. I'm calling my leafy greens leafies. So all we have that we're putting in, cucumber, romaine lettuce, anything that you would put into a salad. Cucumbers, romaine lettuce, we have ginger root, and then we also have some mint and basil that we're gonna throw in here as well, and some lemon juice. So I'm only going to use about half of this. The recipe that I have for you guys is going to yield a lot more juice just because you're juicing in bulk. But I just want you to know that this one, even with no apple, no sweetener, it's delicious. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm just gonna keep throwing my herbs, throwing my leafies in here. And then the very last thing that I'm gonna put in here is gonna be my lemon, because I'm gonna follow up with the golden beet recipe. This smells so good too. So I'm just using 3 of these mini cucumbers, 1 whole head of romaine lettuce, half of a lemon, just a handful of basil, handful of mint, and a little knot of ginger. And this is gonna make me about 1 glass just for myself. But yeah. And then this recipe also calls for you to use coconut water to cut back on some of that bitterness if you have it. Boy, I wish I could take my Nama with me everywhere, because look, you guys, this is convenient. It's lightweight, but I like just throwing my produce in and walking away. This is one of my favorite vegetable juices. Eat your salad. I'm gonna have to break this cucumber up. And you want to make sure you peel your lemon before you put it in here, because it will be very bitter if you don't. And I'm just going to peel the skin off, because we don't want any bitter skins. But guess what? I'm saving the skins because I'm going to put it in my tea. So we should make sure we're drinking lots of delicious, cleansing, detoxifying herbs. I have mine that's already steeping. Put my lemon in here. Move this bowl out of the way. But yep, we just have a little bit more romaine left. This is the last of it. So we have a little bit of mint that I had left in there, and then our lemon, pushing this through. And as this finishes off, I'm going to grab the coconut water. So this is organic fair trade coconut water from Whole Foods that I'm going to be using. And this just cuts away from just the leafy green taste. So none of this has sugar. It's just 100% coconut water. No added salts, no added sugars, no added anything. All right, so this is done and we are ready. So this is just a glass jar that I have. I'm gonna pour my green juice in here. That's about a pint. And then I'm gonna supplement the rest with coconut water. And there you have it, eat your salad. So this is the first juice of our recipes. And I'm just gonna store this in the refrigerator until I'm ready to have it. I am gonna taste it though. So good. This is absolutely one of my favorite veggie juices. So I'm gonna store this in the fridge where I can find space because it's full of produce. Put that in the back of the fridge, and the next recipe that we are going to do is going to be our kale limeade. So I'm gonna soak some kale, get it washed up, get together my key limes and the rest of my ingredients, and that will be our next juice. All right, to keep it simple, I just grabbed a bag of organic kale. I'm still going to rinse it even though it says it's triple washed because we don't know. We don't know where this came from. So we're gonna get this washed up, and we got our key limes and then our other ingredients. Let's go to our recipe page. So we're going to need for this one, kale, Granny Smith apple, key limes, ginger, and coconut water. So we got our key limes, we got our kale, we got our ginger. I'm just gonna do a knot of ginger, and then I'm gonna grab, I don't know, we'll get 2 Granny Smith apples to cut the taste of the bitterness of the kale. And yeah, let's get into it. So right now, I am just rinsing this off. Looks like everything is pretty loose. Any little stragglers, any little dead pieces, I'm just gonna take them out. So I have lemon peel in here. I have key lime juice that I'm just using to lift any of those extra sediments, any of the dirt and grime off. I do remove the skin from my ginger just to get rid of some of that little earthy taste that it might have. So this next recipe that we are doing, you guys, will be, okay. Let me dry my hands here. So this next recipe that we're doing is going to be kale, Granny Smith apple, key limes, ginger, and coconut water. And we have everything that we need. We have our kale, we have our ginger, we have our Granny Smith apple, and then our coconut water's in the fridge. I'm just gonna let this soak a little bit more because the water does look a little murky. So I'm gonna pour this out and then rinse it again. Just run it through again. All right, so we are back and I'm gonna go ahead and start juicing. So we're going to leave the skin on our key limes because they are packed with nutrients, for one, and because the skin is thin. It's not going to give you any type of extra bitterness to your juice. So key limes are known to alkalize the body, and they just taste really good. It's a little bit more sweeter, so if you need a nice natural sweetener, this is definitely the way. If you're adding citrus, date syrup is another way as well, raw and unprocessed. So we're just gonna start feeding in our kale. Times like this make me miss my mama. And sometimes I just wanna go ahead and check that bag. And if you can't find key limes, that's fine. Just make sure that you use regular limes, get the smaller ones, the Persian limes, and make sure you take the skin off. And keep in mind, this kale is bitter, you guys. That's why I say make sure you add coconut water with this, or you can do cucumber. If you don't like coconut water, you can do cucumber, and it will absolutely help cut down the bitterness and just give you an extra dose of your veggies in here as well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and point this out. You may notice some foam at the top of your juice. I don't have a strainer, so I'm just gonna scoop this off and I'm just gonna dump it in the sink. This foam is perfectly harmless, but I don't like it in mine because it does go away and then it leaves just space in your juices. So it looks like I'm gonna have enough for 2 bottles just with this, just at the rate that we're going. So I'm gonna mix this up a little bit. And I'm gonna pour, actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna pour this into 1 bottle. I think we should be good. All right. Let's go ahead and finish these little bit of apples. All right, and we're done with that. So we're gonna pour the rest of our apple juice in here, and I'm just gonna top it off with some coconut water. All right, and this is our juice number 2, kale limeade. So let's give this one a taste. Ooh, good stuff. This is really good. Okay. Welcome back. So now we're going to do our Beat the Meat Cravings juice. So this is going to be golden beets. The key, golden beets. If you use regular beets, they're super earthy. They don't taste as good. I like, earthy type of flavors, but if you want a more subtle, sweeter flavored beet, then get the golden beets. We have turmeric. We have pink lady apple, which is kind of, in my opinion, a cross between Honeycrisp and Granny Smith apple. If you mix those two together, that's what Pink Lady tastes like. And then we also have some cucumbers and we have ginger. So this is the Beat the Meat Cravings juice. And yeah, this is mostly hard vegetable, so it's not going to be a struggle trying to get these through, even though I am going to break up my cucumber, since it gave me a hard time before. Actually might cut these cucumbers in half because, you guys, it's pretty serious. Also, I'm using the organic mini cucumbers, so the skin is not as bitter. That's why I kept the skin on. But make sure that you take the skin off of your cucumbers. I'm gonna go ahead and toss in this turmeric really quick. I don't like how it stains my juicer, so we're gonna hurry up and try to put something in right after it. Get it to push through. Turmeric does stain, so be careful when you're juicing this if you're wearing white clothes like me. Carrot, these golden beets stain also. So if your nails are done, make sure that you're wearing gloves. So I think I know I need to cut these apples down a little bit more, since I'm juicing them in my mini juicer. There we go. This should make life easier. Work smarter. We don't want to have to keep taking apart the juicer just to get our fruits and veggies in. This is so much better. So much better. So we are beating the meat cravings with vegetable juices, including beets. Alright. And it's a little green because we did keep our skins on our cucumbers. And we're going to add a little bit more apple. Finally, we're done with this little mini juicer. We're gonna pour our apple juice in here. Ooh. Beat the meat cravings. So those are 3 juices, and I hope you guys enjoy.